What's up, fight fans? Welcome to Mr. Mustache MMA News. Today, I want to discuss an upcoming heavyweight bout, and this Saturday is UFC 305. But before we get into it, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to continue getting more MMA content by yours truly and to help the channel grow. All right, guys, getting right into it. We got Tai Tuivasa taking on Jairzinho Rozenstruik in the heavyweight division, in a fight that has a lot of implications. You got Tai, who seems to have his back against the wall here, possibly fighting for his job. His career, has kind of been this story. Massive ups, massive downs. And I think it plays to his fighting style, him being a heavyweight. He's kind of like the Mark Hunt, the modern day Mark Hunt. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? Especially a heavyweight. The guy shows up every single time. He can put anybody out at any given time. It just hasn't always gone his way. And, when he first burst on the scene back in 2017, he went on a massive 3-fight win streak, beating guys like Rashad Coulter, Cyril Asker, and Andrei Arlovsky, right? And, the sky was the limit at the time. Tuivasa, 9-0, undefeated prospect, ran into Junior Dos Santos, who's like, hold my fucking beer, here's some technical striking. Knocked him out, lost to Pagoy Ivanov, lost to Sergey Spivak. Basically was released by the UFC. Then they called him, said, hey, let's fight Stefan Struve. Loser goes home. Went out there, took out Stefan Struve in the final second of the very first round, and then followed it up with 4 more victories, all by knockouts. He went on a 5-fight, 5-knockout streak, victory streak, over guys like Greg Hardy, Augusto Sakai, Derek Lewis, put him right into, the contender mix, and had a main event in Paris against Cyril Gane. Back and forth fight. Dudes hurt each other. Cyril ended up finding the finish later in the 3rd round, but man, that was one of my favorite heavyweight fights of all time. Those guys really just threw the fuck down. But since then, 3 straight losses since that Cyril Gane loss: Sergey Pavlovich, Alexander Volkov, and Marcin Tybura, all by finish. So if you look at kind of how his career goes, he's probably going to get a win this Saturday here against Rozenstruik. But Rozenstruik, man, is a good technical kickboxer, dangerous guy. His biggest issue, is really, his grappling, but his hesitancy. He just doesn't seem to just really pull the trigger. He's very what's the word I want to use? The phrase, he relies on his counter strikes a lot. If his opponent is not throwing much, he's not throwing much. He definitely likes to go for the counters, let his opponent make the mistake, and he kind of capitalizes off of it. Very good fighting off of his back foot. He's got a sneaky jab, snap jab, stinging jab. He did that to Chris Daukaus, and who was that too? Long time ago. What's his name? Alan Crowder. Sorry, it was a long time ago, guys. And it's just like he can put anybody out at any given time. It just really just a matter about him pulling the trigger and finding his mark. But he's very sharp, very powerful, a little bit undersized, height-wise for heavyweight. But he just makes up for it he just packs a big punch. And Tai Tuivasa is a guy who likes to rush in. So I could see Rozenstruik being able to utilize that counter-striking, fighting off of his back foot, catching Tai with a lead hook with Tai coming in. But Tai is just a dog. I don't really see him getting pulled out. If Rozenstruik finds the victory here, he's going to drop Tuivasa and he's going to follow it up with strikes to where the referee has to step in. I don't really see Tai getting separated from his consciousness. If it's more of a TKO situation. But I could see Rozenstruik going out there and just finding the perfect counter shot on Tai. But Tuivasa's dangerous, man. Packs a big punch himself. Rozenstruik just hasn't really been the same since his loss to Francis Ngannou back in 2020. Lots of inconsistencies, ups and downs, trades, wins, and losses. A guy who has just so much superstar potential. In both fighters, really. And especially with heavyweights, usually the first guy who lands solid is the guy who gets the victory. It's just, I see Tai getting caught coming in, but I don't see him getting put out. So I'm curious to see how he reacts when he gets hit with that counter strike from Rozenstruik. Yeah, it's a great fight. I love the fight. I don't know. I'm 50-50 on this one because Tai, he's on such a losing streak, but he's only 31. He's so young. And Rozenstruik, 36, but I don't think that really, especially heavyweight, I don't think that matters. I think he's still like right in his prime. Probably the last 2-3 years of his prime. I think it just really all depends on how much Rozenstruik opens up. If he's not so hesitant and gun shy, I don't know. I don't know. That's why I don't bet on fights. That's why I don't fucking bet on fights. Because, like, my heart gets in it, and it fights in my brain. And, like, every time, like, I see them, like, walk, I'm like, oh, he's going to win. Obviously, stupid. Because it's like, I always get, like, emotionally attached. Like, I'm such a fan. I don't look at it from, like, an X's and O's standpoint when it comes, like, who I want to win. When it comes, like, picking who I want to win. It's hard because, like, I'll be a fan. It's like, well, I'm a fan of this dude, but I think this guy's going to fucking win. And it's like, do I really want to bet against a guy who I'm a fan of either? I know, chump shit. I know. Anyways, guys, if I had to choose, I think Rozenstruik's gonna get it done. I do. But with Tai being on 4th fight losing, makes me just, I don't know. Guys, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. I want to hear what you guys think. Help give me some clarity here, because honestly, I got a 50-50. I think it's a toss-up. It's a toss-up. That's how I view it. Because it's like I'm a fan of Tai, but like I just see Rozenstruik being the more crisp, tactical fighter. I can see him using some. I've already said it. The counter strikes. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comment section what you guys think. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. If you haven't already, give me a like and a sub. That's gonna do it for today, guys. Mr. Mustache, MMA news out. Let's fucking go, fight fans.